So, to summarise, should we? Well, in principle, yes. Something like a steady-state economy is probably the only option we have to deal with the environmental problems which arise from overconsumption. But it's a much bigger change than it looks. We're not just talking about business as usual but without economic growth. You can't have business as usual as we understand it without economic growth. A steady-state economy, I would argue, is a post-capitalist economy. It has to be a post-capitalist economy. And we need to be steady in the right state. We need to get to a sustainable position in terms of overall consumption levels and also in terms of the consumption levels of all people before we can be steady in that state. And a global steady-state economy, because of that, is only viable, sustainable, or I would argue attainable with massive redistribution. Could we? Technically, I would say yes. But there are serious political, legal, institutional, and market obstacles to a national steady-state economy. Some of those we might be able to circumvent, but if we did, it would seriously impair our ability to promote a global steady-state economy, which is what we really need. And a global steady-state economy is already seriously problematic politically. We need fundamental changes politically and institutionally, both at the national level and globally. We're not going to get any support from the rich. Let's not kid ourselves here. In terms of those groups, there will be individuals, there may even be a few companies, who will be broadly sympathetic. Companies, again, are constrained by the fact that they are required to maximize shareholder value. But some companies at least have an interest in, improving sustainability. But we are not going to get any significant support from the better off. So we need a strong alliance with the South if we're going to get any movement at all in that direction. And we're only going to get that alliance if we integrate the concerns of the South, of the developing world, with environmental concerns and address both simultaneously. Right, thank you.
Right, well, I'm sure we've got lots of questions for David. Who would like to fire off? Right, I've got one over there and one here. Well,